Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some and peace out to the rest of you. The blackest hearted, blackest minded, blackest man on social media signing black in and shining again, asking you to hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. So I get straight to it. The question is going to be, is it the so-called beta provider that's the catch? Or is it the so-called alpha Chad Roan that's the catch? I'm gonna straight up answer that. Right now. Both. Stop and think about it. Some have said one is the catch and the others have said the other one is the catch. Well, the real catch is both. Now, if she can find both of them in one man, then she's really hit the lottery. And chances are she's still going to get tired of that too after a while, like Jay Cutler's wife that's filing for divorce, Tom Brady's wife, Gisele Bundchen, Boris Kodjoe's wife, Nicole Larry Parker, Steph Curry's wife, Aisha Curry, Richard Lawson's wife, Tina Knowles, and I'm sure I've helped shoot Barack Obama's wife, Michelle, for that matter. Now, you can argue as to how different these guys are from each other, but the point is that even when they are alpha in every stereotypical sense of the word, physically, and they are bringing home the bacon, we see that she's still not satisfied. That's the point I'm getting at. That is because even in that case, the catch is not enough to keep them. You see, the catch is not necessarily enough to be a keeper when she's Western or Westernized. But most aren't going to find that. Most are going to have to choose between the two. And you know what? The Wicked Witch of the West, because she is a disgrace even to the regular, even to the decent ladies of the West, but she's also a majority. She's not going to pick one. She's going to pick both. She's going to insist because in her mind there is no choice to make. She is above having to make any tough choices, but she will insist on putting any man in life through some tough choices, making artificial tough decisions to present to him, because she will take things that are not even mutually exclusive and make them such artificially just to make him choose, in the name of not being, too easy, not being his peace, not being his relief. Because that's not a popular thing to be. What she is supposed to be is now unpopular for her to be. She can't brag about being that in the hair salons to her friends. That being said, it's both. She is demanding both. If she finds them in one man, she'll still get rid of them after a while. If she has to find them in two, she'll lie and do what she's got to do to get two. This insistence is largely because of what I talked about in my last video. But don't ever let anybody sit up and debate. You see, the blue pill man is going to sit up and say that the stable provider is the catch. And some men that are in the red pill rage stage are going to sit up and they're going to say, well, no, it's going to be the Chad Roan that's the catch. That's who they really want. And well, that is true. But you see, who and what they want, they're going to do whatever they can to get both. They can hit the wall and wind up not being able to really get either one. But, it takes a long time for that. That's another topic, another recording. In the meantime, understand that when they have enough options, when they've got any options, even after they've lost the options, it takes them a while because, we understand that the wall hits them before they realize it. That's the thing we've come to realize. They know they've hit it, but not right away. We're the ones oftentimes who have to notify them, no, you hit that wall. And even men who don't necessarily mind the wall for whatever reason, maybe he's already had his babies, or he's had his fun, take your pick, whatever the case is, even those who don't necessarily mind it, still understand what that wall is and have to notify her of it sometimes. You hit this wall. It may not matter to me for these particular reasons over here, but you have hit that wall. You ain't got this many options no more. If you can treat me with respect, we can work it out. But that don't mean that the next guy and the next guy and the next guy and the next guy are going to even consider you, because you hit that wall. It's a reality. Now, that being said, there's no question as to who's the catch for that reason. They're not willing to make a choice in the first place. And they will do in many cases. The exceptions are too few and far between to really apply to most of you. The rest of them, the majority, are going to lie, cheat, steal, and maybe even kill if they have to make sure they get both, because they feel they are entitled to both, and that you are not entitled to even two things that are important on your list. Take, for instance, looking good and treating you well. They pretty much all formed a union in which they've said both of these ain't ever going to be on the same table at the same time. That's what they're pretty much saying. If I know how to look, I'm not going to know how to act. If I know how to act, then it's going to only be because I don't look the part. They pretty much all got together and said this. And we're much more forgiving of their variety of looks than they are of ours. That being said, the solution I've already covered it. I talked about that in the last one. The switch with which to change it all. You fast and you meditate. You fast, your libido drops. You meditate on what the game would be like, what you can do now, and what other men would be able to do if, in fact, they did the same thing fast, and then think about what they can all do together. Spread that message. Don't tell anybody who it was. That's not important. I don't want the fame. I want the message to be famous. I said that Islam was a solution, and I also told you that I'm not going to sit up here and give you a bunch of things that are not solutions from within it. I told you that I was going to tell you the practical things about it that really do help in real life, and that is one of the major ones. That's the most applicable one in the manosphere and red pill spaces. The most applicable. Fast, your libido will drop. Then all of a sudden you have turned off the one weakness specific to our gender, not to our species. You're not going to become bulletproof. You ain't going to levitate. But what I am saying is that you will turn off the one. You will get rid of the weakness that is specific to our gender, and all of a sudden you've got no more control. When you take that control away from them, believe you me, very, very few of us are actually going to utilize that to oppress them. Most of them don't have to form the intention. They will utilize that to oppress us, which we see already going on. They got the power, and we're seeing what they're doing. They won't even bring looks and the right looks and the right attitude to the same table at the same time and offer that, except to very few guys, and even then that can't last for too long because they don't think they should have to, as we've been seeing. Jay Cutler's wife said he has no ambition, and she's asking him for money for her to buy a mansion. Are you effing kidding me? Nothing's ever enough because they don't have to settle for any enough, because we never made them. Hit that switch and watch this change over the next 30 years. Mark my words. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps, and I hope one day this recording will no longer be necessary. Black heart, black mind, blackout. Assalamu alaikum. And black heterosexual male power, specifically because she don't like it.